Commitment to quality standards. Quality standards. Commitment to quality standards require long-term thinking and a belief that the considerable investment needed will eventually bring a worthwhile return. Here are some of the benefits a quality program offers: customer satisfaction, improved brand image, increased and sustained sales, and recognition as an industry leader. Total Quality Management, TQM. Total Quality Management is a far-reaching quality program which requires everyone within the firm to examine issues of quality performance. The firm committed to TQM is customer-centered and quality-focused, with every employee taking responsibility for this. TQM Model. Management Commitment. Motivated Workforce. Measurement of Quality. All three issues are addressed when creating an environment for actively promoting quality. Quality-focused culture. To create a quality-focused culture, the firm should express a commitment to quality as part of the company's vision, develop a common language for quality, provide ongoing education and training for skill development. Benchmarking. A benchmark is a point of reference which is used to evaluate or measure the achievement of a standard. In business, the term is widely used to refer to objective criteria which define best practice for an area of activity. Individual firms develop benchmarks in cooperation with other companies. Let us now look at an example to see how setting benchmarks brought in success to Xerox Corporation. The benchmarking story, Xerox. The case examines the benchmarking initiatives taken by Xerox, the leading copier company. In the 1980s, Xerox undertook benchmarking as a part of its Leadership Through Quality program. The case discussed the benchmarking concept and its implementation in detail. The case discusses the benchmarking concept and implementation in detail. Xerox uses benchmarking to retain its competitive advantage, to discover where something is being done with less time, lower cost, fewer resources, and better technology. The Leadership Through Quality program, introduced by Kearns, the company's CEO, revitalized the company. The program encouraged Xerox to find ways to reduce their manufacturing costs. Benchmarking against Japanese competitors, Xerox found out that it took twice as long as its Japanese competitors to bring a product to market, 5 times the number of engineers, 4 times the number of design changes, and 3 times the design costs. Xerox found that the Japanese could produce, ship, and sell units for about the same amount that it cost Xerox just to manufacture them. In addition, Xerox's products had over 30,000 defective parts per million, about 30 times more than its competitors. Benchmarking also revealed that Xerox would need an 18% annual productivity growth rate for 5 consecutive years to catch up with the Japanese. After an initial period of denial, Xerox managers accepted the reality. Following this, Xerox defined benchmarking as the process of measuring its products, services, and practices against its toughest competitors, identifying the gaps, and establishing goals. Gradually, Xerox developed its own benchmarking model. This model involved 10 steps categorized under 5 stages: planning, analysis, integration, action, and maturity. 5-stage process: planning, analysis, integration, action, and maturity. Xerox collected data on key processes of best practice companies in the copier industry. These critical processes were then analyzed to identify and define improvement opportunities. For instance, Xerox identified 10 key factors that were related to marketing. These were customer marketing, customer engagement, order fulfillment, product maintenance, billing and collection, financial management, asset management, business management, human resources management, and information technology. These 10 key factors were further divided into 67 sub-processes. Each of these sub-processes then became targets for improvement. For the purpose of acquiring data, Xerox subscribed to management and technical databases, referred to magazines and trade journals, and also consulted professional associations and consulting firms. Xerox found that some processes or operations were not being practiced by copier companies, so benchmarking within the industry was not possible. So Xerox went beyond and adopted functional benchmarking. This involved a study of the best practices followed by a variety of companies regardless of the industry they belonged to. Xerox initiated functional benchmarking with the warehousing and inventory management system of LL Bean, a mail-order supplier of sporting goods and outdoor clothing. Functional benchmarking. Xerox zeroed in on various other best practice companies to benchmark its other processes. These included American Express for billing and collection, Cummins Engines and Ford for factory floor layout, Florida Power and Light for quality improvement, Honda for supplier development, Toyota for quality management, Hewlett-Packard for research and product development, Saturn, a division of General Motors, and Fuji Xerox for manufacturing operations, and DuPont for manufacturing safety. Repeating the benefits. The first major payoff of Xerox's focus on benchmarking and customer satisfaction was the increase in the number of satisfied customers. Highly satisfied customers for its copier, duplicator, and printing systems increased by 38% and 39% respectively. Customer complaints to the President's office declined by more than 60%. Customer satisfaction with Xerox's sales processes improved by 40%, service processes by 18%, and administrative processes by 21%. The financial performance of the company also improved considerably through the mid and late 1980s. Overall customer satisfaction was rated at more than 90% in 1991. Other benefits. Some of the other benefits Xerox derived were number of defects reduced by 78 per 100 machines, service response time reduced by 27%, inspection of incoming components reduced to below 5%, defects in incoming parts reduced to 150 parts per million, inventory costs reduced by 2/3, marketing productivity increased by 1/3, distribution productivity increased by 8 to 10%. Increased product reliability on account of 40% reduction in unscheduled maintenance. Notable decrease in labor costs. Errors in billing reduced from 8.3% to 3.5%. Became the leader in the high-volume copier duplicator market segment. Country units improved sales from 152% to 328%. Gathering data. In general, these groups gather data from companies in accordance with the following principles. Number 1, confidentiality. Number 2, intentionality. Number 3, contact. Number 4, legality. Uses of benchmarks. A benchmark can be used in two ways. Within an individual industry so that competitors can compare their performance against their competitors. Across a variety of industries so that a company compares specific areas of their industry's business practice against the way that leading firms in other industries perform in those areas. Establishing benchmark. Establishing benchmark for management function and activities can be achieved by Step 1. Identifying which management area can benefit. Step 2. Identifying the core skills and essential behaviors needed to serve that area. Step 3. Identifying the recognized industry leaders for each area to be benchmarked. Step 4. Establishing a program of change to achieve new performance standards. Step 5. Monitor the change until the benchmark is achieved. growth issues. Businesses which lack a system for evaluating growth opportunities risk investing time, money, and energy in mistaken ventures. This kind of firm grows by following a line of least resistance, by random chance, or by changing circumstances. Even if routine business is managed with extreme efficiency, underperformance results, as growth issues are not managed. The Balancing Act. Successful business leaders have the ability to shift the attention from short-term administration needs to long-term strategy. When managers lack this essential skill, they can become bogged down with burdensome detail or, alternatively, caught up in pursuit of unrealistic ideas. Balancing short and long-term need. Administration hour, average per week. Strategy hour, average per week. Analysis from the table. Manager A gives an equal amount of time to both administration and strategy. In contrast, Manager C gives only 1 hour to strategy and 5 hours to administration. Because situations vary from business to business and from one management specialist area to another, it is not really appropriate to suggest an ideal balance for these two important management functions. The allocation depends upon the specific needs of the organization and the job. Let us look at a real-life example of total quality management by Toyota. About Toyota Motor. Toyota Motor Corporation, popularly known as Toyota, is a famous global automaker headquartered in Japan. Toyota has the reputation for building quality vehicles at lower cost. In 2003, Toyota's market share increased 24% over 2002. The annual profit was larger than the combined earnings of GM, Chrysler, and Ford. Analysts estimated that soon Toyota would surpass GM in market share and become the largest automaker in the world. Toyota's success. The major contributing factor to this phenomenal growth is the Toyota Production System, TPS. This has 14 principles divided into 4 categories: philosophy, process, people and partners, and problem solving. These 4 categories take into account both the long-term and short-term aspects. The 14 principles are based on quality improvement techniques and psychology. The quality improvement methods are from lean production, just-in-time, Kaizen, one-piece flow, Jidoka, and Heijanka. The human motivation principles come under philosophy and contains leadership, teams, culture, and supplier relationships. Toyota's recall. At the end of 2009 and start of 2010, Toyota faced a crisis. The company had to recall 6.5 million in the U.S. because of the problems of gas pedals. How did this happen in a company known for quality leadership? Quality had become a victim to the aspirations of becoming world number one. Toyota usually bought parts from a small group of Japanese suppliers who have been longtime partners with Toyota. However, with globalization and skyrocketing sales, Toyota widened its suppliers' net all over the world. Toyota's problems. Employee involvement. Employee involvement is a critical factor in total quality management. This involves the starting of quality circles, employee participation in quality decisions, responsibility of employees for quality, employee recognition for superior quality performance, effectiveness of supervision in handling quality issues, and ongoing quality awareness of all employees. However, Toyota did not do well in this aspect. In the total quality management approach used by Toyota, the assembly line teams are responsible for the steps related to their own work. They are also cross-trained. They can stop the production line when they recognize problems, but had to obtain the approval from their superiors. This is a weak spot in the system. Whenever emergencies occurred, the Toyota team wasted time transmitting the information through the hierarchical levels. This time lag delayed decision-making and affected effectiveness. Supplier relationship. Supplier relationship is another critical factor of Toyota's total quality system. The vehicle recalls exposed the gaps in the company-supplier interface. In traditional Japanese companies, the relationship based on the Japanese credit system is called the Keiretsu system. A Keiretsu system is a set of companies with interlocking business relationships and shareholdings. It is a type of informal business group. The Keiretsu maintained dominance over the Japanese economy for the last half of the 20th century. In Japan, the relationship with vendors goes much beyond the buy-sell transactions. They share the industry prospects and their own marketing targets. However, Toyota's new cost-saving strategy, CCC 21, Construction of Cost Competitives in the 21st Century, targeted large-scale cost reductions on 170 components, accounting for 90% of the total component purchases. This put the cooperative partners under great pressure. In other words, if the suppliers wanted to continue their supply chain with Toyota, they had to accept the new prices specified by Toyota. Some of them could not match the new low prices, so Toyota extensively sought cheap, overseas suppliers. This action damaged the traditional Keiretsu system. To be more specific, it led to two problems. Firstly, the pursuit of lower costs made quality a lesser priority. Secondly, the global spread of suppliers complicated the quality compliance process. Recommendations. Employee involvement. To create an active working group, Toyota should transfer power to individuals at the lower rungs of the organization. Toyota should strengthen the relationship between each level and try to achieve equilibrium in the authorities of the team members. This culture should be made permeate throughout the organization. Toyota should create a congruence between total quality management goals and the aspirations of the employees. Recent research has proven that development of encouragement and tracking systems can push employee involvement. Toyota can make use of cross-functional quality improvement teams and quality circles, plus a framework of evaluation and reward systems. One possible solution is to offer profit sharing and dividends. Such rewards can increase their satisfaction levels and enhance their motivation. The recommendations are twofold. On the one hand, Toyota can expand its manufacturing depth and range to some degree. According to Smith and Greenwood, Toyota adopted a very close cooperative partnerships relationship with its suppliers because the company could manufacture only a few of the parts and not the entire gamut. Toyota is responsible not only for the products of in-house manufacture, but also for all of the parts coming from the suppliers. As parts of cost-cutting, Toyota promoted commonality of components among various vehicles. This had a cascading effect. A mistake in one component was a virus affecting millions of vehicles. Audi and Volkswagen have a deeper manufacturing range. Most of their components are manufactured in-house. This gives a better grip over quality. Toyota has to follow this path. Though this method cannot bring cost benefits, Toyota has to give a higher priority to quality. The specific methods of managing suppliers has three aspects: verify, standardize, and evaluate. Firstly, verifying the suppliers' lists to ensure the quality of the suppliers. Secondly, standardizing their manufacturing processes to reduce the mistakes in production. Thirdly, evaluating the products they offer. Toyota has to put all of these three aspects in place. Conclusion. Through Total Quality Management, Toyota has achieved great heights in low-cost, high-profit manufacture. They have to improve supplier relations and employee involvement. Multiple choice question. Customer satisfaction, improved brand image, increased sustained sales, and recognition as an industry leader are examples of A. Total quality management, B. Quality control of a product, C. Commitment to quality standards, or D. Motivated workforce. Please click on the correct answer from the above given options.